any business where nude or partially nude individuals perform any service, they have to pay 10% sales and use tax. That tax is applied to all revenue from admission fees, merchandise, food, drink, and, quote, services sales. I don't go to those strip joints. Now, by the way, if any of you are one of those strip joint attendees and you're out of college, you're a weirdo. And I'm just telling you, you're strange. There's something wrong with you. Go get a girlfriend. Go find a real woman to relate to and date. Now, that's pretty pathetic. Sweet baby James is cracking up. I mean, you can just imagine, you know, these 55-year-old pervert guys, you know, sitting there with their scotch in the corner, you know, looking at a woman. No. Some people like the art of the exotic dance, says Linda. Get over it. What is the exotic dance exactly? A lap dance? That's the exotic dance?
You said that, not me.
A lady twisting around on a pole? That's an exotic dance?
Do you ever twist on a pole? That is hard to do.
It's hard to do. Do you ever twist on a pole?
Yes, I've taken classes. They have classes. I have girlfriends that have been. They say it's like they're called the S Factor classes.
The S? Why is it called the S Factor?
You figure it out. You're a married man.
I have no idea.
Sex appeal. Sex appeal.
Oh.
It's supposed to really work on your core really well. It sure does. You get a six-pack in no time.
Six-pack in no time, just twisting around on a pole.
Well, you gotta get your legs up there. You hang upside down. And you can do sit-ups in certain positions.
Do you ever hear of a treadmill?
I have one.
Do you ever hear of doing a push-up and a sit-up?
Listen, you got one.
What about that ab cruncher machine? You ever try that thing?
That's bad for your neck. Don't use that.
No, I'm not going to use it. I mean, that's not going to happen. I do my little tennis workout, run on my... Well, I've been really bad lately, I got to admit.
I want the audience to know that Sean's cheeks are very red. It's very uncomfortable for him.
Yeah, it really is. This is embarrassing.
If it makes you feel better, Linda works out on a treadmill and I use an elliptical, so neither of us are taking the stripper dance class.
Well, she apparently did take the...
That's right, I did take it because my girlfriend upstairs, she has the pole 6 seconds at home.
You've taken my...
I'm not making this up. I am not making this up. She put it right in her entryway.
Why did she put a pole in her house?
She's a married woman, and,
So she pole dances for her husband?
Yeah, then we would practice. We do our core exercises.
You practice your pole dance?
I read one time that Goldie Hawn and Kate Hudson have poles in their kitchens.
In their kitchens? So while they're cooking in between dishes, they can, you know, twist around on the pole?
Maybe if they're twisting on the pole, their husbands are very willing to do the dishes. It's fine to be. You never want to do so bad in your life.
I saw in the paper today Kate Hudson's pregnant again. Is she married to somebody?
I don't think so. No, that's from her rocker boyfriend.
Okay. Well, what happened with her and A-Rod the other day? A-Rod just dumped her.
He's a dog.
Whoa.
He has a new girlfriend like every week.
Well, no, he's been dating Cameron Diaz for a while. All right, we're getting off top. All right, so then they have a tanning tax, part of the Affordable Care Act of 2010, better known as health care reform, a 10% excise tax on using a tanning salon. Now, by the way, anyone that goes into a tanning salon is out of there. When my wife used to go there, we had the biggest arguments over this. I'm like, you're going to get skin cancer. This is stupid. But she didn't listen. Then you got a candy tax in Kentucky. There's now a sales tax on any food classified as a candy. And under Kentucky's definition, a Reese's peanut butter cup is a candy. But apparently a Milky Way is not. I mean, how did they come to that? Then they've got the taxes also getting some help. Apparently breakfast bars containing natural or artificial sweeteners along with fruits, nuts, and other healthy ingredients, but have no flour and don't need refrigeration, that's considered candy and is subject to the sales tax. But then breakfast cereals with exactly the same ingredients are not considered candy and they're not taxed. Does that make sense? Then they have the crash tax. After 20 years of living, working, raising a family in New York City, you know, here we are. They cooked up a new tax. In January, the New York City Fire Department proposed a new crash tax, which calls for a $500 fine for anybody in an accident requiring emergency response vehicles at the scene. I thought that's what tax dollars were for. Then you've got a haunted house tax. If a haunted house includes music and the admission charge is more than 10 cents, the sales tax applies. In New York, the home of one of the greatest theater arts communities, where they don't tax musical comedies, operas, or the chamber music shows. Go figure. Then they've got a bagel tax in New York. If you buy a whole bagel, take it home with you, it's tax-free. If you purchase a bagel and eat it at the bagel shop, you have to pay the sales tax. And they also have a new kind of death tax. And it costs money if you die in Seattle. King County, which includes Seattle, has now instituted a $50 fee for reporting a death to the medical examiner's office. If you don't pay, you don't get permission and paperwork needed so you can bury the person. Pharmaceutical tax. There's now an annual tax on brand name pharmaceutical companies. This tax on corporations, it's not on individual taxpayers, but corporations, as we all know, don't pay taxes. That's expected to generate $2.5 billion. Well, that's a tax on you if you take medicine. Then they've got the flexible spending account that lets you pay for medical expenses with pre-tax money. But there are restrictions. Those account rules will limit the amount you can set aside tax-free to just $2,500 starting in 2013. Well, everyone spends $2,500 if you go to the doctor regularly, go to the dentist.